let themselves down, really.
Yeah.
Interesting that
Number 6, Moses Alonso. Number 8 is Lenny Gonzalez. Number 9, Christian Aya. Number 10, Uriel Rodriguez. Number 11, Julian Vargas. Number 14, Manuel Mongoa. And number 15, Giovanni Benagas. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Team Colombia. It is my pleasure to introduce to you now the New Zealand Blue Blacks, led out by their captain, number 9, Number 1, crowd favourite, Cameron Leslie. Number 6, it's HBC, Hayden Boots. Number 7, Maya Marshall Lemon. Number 8, it's Michael Todd. Number 10, Rutherford. Number 11, it's Tyler James. Number 12, Clayton Utia. Number 14, Cody Jensen. This game will be officiated by Carol Ballas and Uno Kim.
Does it vary on who leads the haka? Well, a very good morning and welcome to Day 5 of the GIO 2018 IWRF Wheelchair Rugby World Championship. And what a stellar performance we've just seen there from both sides. Firstly, the war cry for Colombia and the famous haka for the Kiwis, going back and forth with their various pre-game warm-ups. John O'Farr and Grant Sharman in commentary this morning. Grant, A unique way to start this one here on day 5.
Isn't it great? Not only got the haka, but the challenge from the Colombians. It's a good start. Both teams, they mightn't be in the upper echelons, but they've got a point to prove, and let's see who brings their A game.
So we're almost set for a start. The Kiwis just getting a pre-game chat there. They've been a side that have been a little bit disappointing to start with. Their last clash that we called, probably their best performance of the tournament so far, Grant.
Yeah, I think so. And there was a couple of moments that let them down. And when the games are tight, it comes down to those key moments. Look, there's a bit of luck went the Swedes' way, and they capitalised on it. You got to make your own luck.
So the Swedes having their pre-game meeting. The Kiwis just getting set. You can see HBC there. He's having some chats. And Clayton Utai talking to the players.
Gee, it's a bit scary when HBC starts laying down the law. You got a feel for the Colombians, hey? Where's the panel beaters when you need them?
Oh, only a Kiwi can get away with that. They're a terrific side. And Cody Everson, I was chatting to him pre-game in the warm-up. He's given me a new nickname, and I'll reveal that at a various time in the game. But wonderful to see him again.
Now, different starting lineup here. So we've got the 3-2-2.5. Of course, Meyer is a 2-5, but under the female rule, I'm not sure what's specifically called, they're 8.5 points. So this is interesting. Different start from Andy.
So we are set to go for day 5. Nice tap away, and it'll be Colombia that lose possession early doors as Cam Leslie gets it for the Kiwis. Goes up that flank and goes through for the first try. So nice little tap away by Colombia, but just too good Cam Leslie on the fly.
Yeah, look, a nice start. 2 low pointers doing the inbound. I don't know. Got a feeling I think the Kiwis might do it today.
Orozco now working nicely for Colombia. Mike just trying to work away there. But a great try there to Moises Orozco. And the points go the way of Colombia. So 1 apiece there. 7:42 into this quarter left. Mike Todd, nice pass across to Meyer. And Meyer comes at the line. Some defensive work from the Colombians come, but Cam Leslie zips through.
Just a little bit tight for my liking. They made it, and they got 1 on the ground, so 2 for 1.
So 2-1, as you can see there. Just 30 seconds into this contest, and it looks as though it's the 11 in Vargas that will be put back onto 2 wheels. Geez, haven't we seen some thrills and spills this week, Grant?
Oh, look, there's some good stuff. And as the games go, these last 2 days, the teams are more even, and I think the hits will be harder. There'll be some blood. Wonderful.
Ireland and Poland, they're taking place over at the Netball Centre. Dave Mangan and Molly Gray are calling that one, and you'll be able to see that on the live streams. 2018, WRWC.com, the same place you're probably watching this one.
Got to say, Jono, the coverage has been fantastic, and full compliments to the coverage team.
Oh, thank you very much, Grant. That's very kind of you to say. It's good to see that check that I gave you an hour ago is cleared.
Yeah, it did clear. I'm very pleased.
Colombia work it nicely through Orozco. Orozco works it. Great defensive patterns there from Martinez. But Orozco now moves it nicely. And Orozco goes through for the points for Colombia, which brings us to a 2-all scoreline. Nice back and forth contest, early stanza here, Grant.
I think we're in it for a goal for goal, and I think that'll be great, because both teams will rise to that. We've got a bit of a crowd in today, and they're getting right into it. I think we've got is someone in the bin here? The old ref's got his hand up. Was someone a bit naughty out there or not?
Let's just have a look. The ref's coming in now, you can see on screen.
No, as you were.
Cam Leslie's back on 2 wheels. So it'll be inbound from Everson. Mike Todd will have it. He gets it. Oh, just loses it. And the Colombians, they get that vital turnover. Orozco gets the try.
And this is the concern I've got. They've really got one receiver, which is Cam. They've doubled him. They've done a great job. But we're 3-on-2 now. Let's see if the Kiwis can bring it up.
So the winner of this game will play the winner of Ireland-Poland, which is currently underway as Mike Todd works it nicely. Orozco tries to bump. Great work, Cody Everson. Passes over the top. Meyer gets her first try of the game. Certainly not the tournament. And the crowd that's here in attendance, a pretty big one, which is great to see, Grant. I love that try for the Kiwis.
Yeah, they do. They're getting right into it. So wheels are falling off over the other side with the Colombian.
It looks like a Orozco that's just getting a tyre change there for Colombia.
Interesting, young Mike Todd. He's a 2-pointer, but in a low-point chair, so they want him to block and pick and really do some damage.
So now the play will continue. You can see players jostling for positions. It's inbound nicely there from Martinez. Gives it back to Orozco. Orozco just plays it hard at the line. Nice and strong. Left and right. Past Cody Everson. Fires the pass inbound nicely and goes to Julian Vargas.
And that's what they want. They want Bosco to force the pass so he can't run coast to coast.
So nice connectivity from the Colombians on that occasion. The man they call Lord inbounds it nicely to Cam Leslie. Cam Leslie fires it over the top. Brilliant hands, Meyer on mine. Needs some protection from Orozco. Great stuff, Mike Todd. The big fella almost goes through for the points. Cam Leslie working it nicely. Martinez just battling close to the line. Neme is trying his best to prevent that from happening. Here he comes, Leslie. Weaves his way through. Has Amaya just on his left-hand flank, but she'll provide protection.
Oh,
and the try goes to the Kiwis.
Yeah, lovely block by Meyer. Good patience. They didn't panic.
So inbound from Martinez. Gives it away nicely to Vargas. Vargas will take it over the attacking quarter. Here comes the defensive line for the Kiwis. Meyer Amaya. She just stays in the fight, doesn't she, Grant?
Yeah, look, she does. And she smiles away, but there's a bit of menace under that smile. It's good to see.
Tapped away nicely by Cody Everson. Here's Mike Todd looking for his first try. Been out of the side for a couple of years. Great to see him back on Australian soil and certainly in New Zealand colours.
He's being patient. He's using Cody to bring himself up the court. No one panicking.
Todd fires it to Leslie. Leslie just works it nicely. Great protection from Cody Everson and the Kiwis. They get a square at 5 apiece here, Grant.
Yeah, goal for goal. But interesting, with that other turnover, so coming down, Todd, he waits. Through to Cam. Cam spots the gap, bit of power, 3 goes.
And while that replay was going on, you can see Orozco scoring the try for Colombia, which has given them back the lead, 6-5. Great pictures courtesy of our B Live streaming team. Goes across to Amaya from Everson. Amaya just wrestling to try and get that molten ball loose. What's the call here, Grant?
So timeout called. So Cam looked over. You could see Meyer was in big trouble, surrounded by 3 players. He's called out timeout. Good use of a timeout. The Colombians have worked out. Don't let Cam have the ball. Put it in the other player's hands. Let's see what Andy does.
So you can see Colombia just having a bit of a meeting there on court. 5.5 to go before quarter time.
Mate, got a song come up from the bench. The old Colombians are getting right into it.
Yeah, they're loving it.
Oh, they're urging their team along. They know they're in this.
So they lead it by 1 point. And we'll get underway in just a moment. Wonderful to have the support of GIO and City and Land Rover. It's our sponsors. Of course, the molten ball in use in games. And the wonderful support from the Australian Defence Force, the Navy, Rugby AU and Wheelchair Sports New South Wales. Colombia take it forward. Beautifully picked up there by the number 7 there in Neme. Neme works it nicely, gives it back to Orozco. Orozco just tries to come at them. Has the pass over the top and Colombia will score there through Vargas.
Yeah, so a bit of a comedy of errors there. Toddy's inbound, didn't really find the mark. Colombian snapped it up, another turnover. Down by 2, the Kiwis.
So Mike Todd will give it inbound to Maya. Tries to move it across nicely to Leslie. Great catch from Cam Leslie. Brilliant protection from Cody Everson. Leslie working it close to the sideline, as you can see. Keeps the ball alive. Timeout called.
Look, Andy's gone to his bench. He really needs to bring back on HBC and young Gav. Means they're playing with only 7.5 points, but they really need that lineup. You know, they cannot afford to go down any more against this Colombian side who are pumped up for today.
You saw the Harker in the pre-game. Speaking of HBC there, didn't he get fired up?
Mate, he's here to play. And they're down by 2. He'll be even more fired up, so God help us.
So for those that don't know, he's just in the number 6 jumper there with the black ponytail. And now we're just about to get back set into action. So 7-5 in favour of the Colombians. Some work to do for the Kiwis. Everson will inbound. Looks set, gives the pass across court, finds Leslie. Now some work to do around Neme. Leslie on the charge. Great, nice protection there on the flank and the left side from Cody Everson. Here comes Leslie, works it back beautifully to that far side, tries to go to the near side, comes at the line, gets past the number 11 in Varkas. And the Kiwis, have they got the try? Yes, they have.
Little tap on the back of Cam's wheel sends him over. Nothing malicious there, just the way it works. But interesting, you know, they need Cam with the ball in hand, and they need the low pointers there to block for him to get him through with HBC as a backup. Like it or not, this is the lineup Andy's got to go to.
So 7-6 in favour of Columbia now. Just under 5 to play.
And look, we talk about the female players, Maya, but young Paola, she's doing a great job. She's inbounding the ball now. She's doing a terrific job.
Yeah, and there's a player for Poland that would be playing at the moment against Ireland, Isabella Rubak.
Yes, I've seen her. She's got some great skills.
Terrific player for Poland as they move forward now. Columbia, and nicely through Vargas. Vargas goes hard at the line. Striking charge. Is it a try?
No, I think he's putting Cam in the bin for a reach because he wasn't going over the line.
So
very important now that the Kiwis don't give away a penalty try, because if they do that, then Cam will stay in the bin. So let's see how smart the Colombians try and suck that penalty goal.
So Leslie, he's in the bin, so they're down to 3. In Everson, Gav Rolton is on the court now, and HBC. So 2 changes for the Kiwis. Martinez fires it into Orozco. Orozco now works his way nicely. Just tries to come at the line. Has Neme just at the flank, but it'll be Martinez that scores.
Yeah, lovely, wasn't it? She stayed for space, got the pass, scored the goal.
She must have heard your rap, Grant.
Oh, I think she did.
Inbound from Everson, nicely to Leslie. Leslie just works it, left and right. Just tries to go at the line. Nice protection from Cody Everson, and there's a bit of collision there with Neme.
I think we're talking equipment time out there by Cam. You know, we talk about 5 female players in 2018, but back in 95 in the first World Championships, you know, we had Christine Smith, and she was an absolute rocket. Fantastic player, great all-athlete around track and field, but she could really play too. And I think it's great to see more and more females coming in because they're terrific athletes.
Oh, absolutely. Maya, one of the great players for the Kiwis. We mentioned Isabella Rubak. And Sophie Skoubo for Sweden.
Yes, absolutely.
Terrific player.
Yep. And, of course, they bring that advantage of that extra half a point, which is a big deal.
So now Cody Everson will inbound it just on the sideline. Gives it across court. Nice hands, HBC. Coots now tries to come up with an option. Has Roltz in front of him. Beautiful pass across to Cam Leslie. Leslie works with Bugle. Beautiful stuff there from Leslie. Works it over inside the attacking line. Brilliant stuff from Cam Leslie, but great protection there from Cody Everson on the flank.
And look, that's the difference. They've got 2 guys who can receive. They've got HBC down low. Cam can run. He waits for the protection, and that's the security. With the other lineups, they don't quite have that same confidence on the inbound. Notice a lot of tension to Bosco off the ball there. The lows are on him. They realise he's the danger man. Got to shut him down.
So he's just getting some adjustments to his chair. Orozco getting the new tyre there.
I think we've almost superseded the number of wheels in the Kiwi-Swedish game, haven't we?
I think so.
That's a good start.
I think so, and we're only halfway through the first term.
Long may it continue.
But it shows you the toughness of this contest. I mean, they're really going at each other if you're seeing that many tyre changes, Grant.
Oh, look, you know, this may be the bottom of the draw, but there's a lot of pride to play for. They're giving everything.
So it's inbound nicely from Martinez. Gives it away to Orozco under some pressure. Good pass across field. Nicely there to Vargas. Vargas works it across court. Tries to get the pass away. Pops it over the top. Brilliant work there from Orozco. He's called a timeout, but has he got it too late?
No, he's given the timeout, but see, that's the pressure. You know, they're going to number 4 all the time, the Colombians. He's their main ball carrier. So what do? You put the pressure, you force them to pass to someone else. HBC's there to cover that. Suddenly, timeout. And that's what the Kiwis, long way to go in this game. That's what they've got to do.
So he's one of 2 3.5 players in the Colombian side. Of course, Munez is the other. Haven't seen him yet on the court for Colombia.
First time we've seen the Kiwis having to key up. So let's see what their defence is like and the Colombians' key attack.
Orozco works it there. Just goes to the near side. Comes back across to the far side and sets himself again. Rolt's doing well in protection, but just couldn't quite get him.
Well,
Might have got a little bit distracted there, Grant, close to the line.
He was worried about 4 in the key. He didn't know whether to go in or come out. It's just, it's one of those things, really. Better to not be called for it than call for it.
Leslie on the charge. Kiwis need some points here. Down by 2. The margin will be 1 through Cam Leslie's try there. 3:28 to go in this first term.
And we're getting near the tactical end of side. 3.5 minutes. Once we get down to that 2-minute mark, the teams will start to really be choosy as to when they score. Important for the Kiwis to score last here because they won the tip off, so the arrow for the next quarter will go to Colombia. They've got to be last to score. The Kiwis, that is. Not that I'm biased, John.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Totally neutral here.
Not at all. Switzerland, that's your nickname. Inbound nicely from Vargas. Vargas just works it. Great work from Cam Leslie on the flank in defence. Vargas under some pressure here. Look at Bugle come at him. And Orozco goes through for the try. Great stuff from the Colombians, but brilliant defence from the Kiwis, Grant.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Cody wasn't about to let that one go without a chance. And he forced the pass, and that's where errors come.
Everson inbounds to Leslie. Leslie works it nice. Roltz collides there with Vargas. Leslie somehow finds a gap past Martinez. Now has Orozco in his sights, left and right. Brilliant charge there from HBC. And Leslie gets the try for the Kiwis.
And look, that's classic wheelchair rugby. HBC went wide. Cam had the option of throwing to him or using him as a screen. That's lovely rugby.
Down by a point now, the Kiwis. 3 to go. It's been a slow 5 minutes, I should say, in this term, but just shows you the toughness of this one, Grant.
Yeah, it does. And great to see both teams using that dead ball time. Kiwis have surrounded Bosco. They don't want to get the ball. HBC's covering the other one. We've got a chance of a turnover here. Just watch this space.
So Neme getting the tyre change. That's another one in this first term.
Wait for the timeout. Here it comes. Oh, nice work.
The Colombians move it nicely. Great pass across court. It goes from Neme to the 11 in Vargas, and Vargas will go through for the try.
And look, good work, Colombia. 3-on-2. They played it like a gem.
So it'll be inbound here from Bugle. Gives it across court nicely. Plays it to Cam Leslie. Leslie works it just left and right. Nice work, and got Vargas a bit left and right there. Comes through the middle. Nice protection from Cody Everson inside the attacking line. Pass over the top to HBC. But it's a penalty try.
Yeah, couldn't help himself. Put that little hand in to try and reach. It's like HBC didn't bite it off.
Martinez now will inbound.
Here we go.
Fires it nicely there to Neme. Neme works it, has Martinez and, of course, Vargas just in front of him. Working it across court. Nice to Neme. Neme just pops the pass. Great stuff over the top. Beautiful hands from Colombia, and it'll be Julian Vargas that scores for Colombia.
And made by a lovely little block by Martinez down here. Gave the freedom for the other guy to come through. That's nice. You can't underestimate the value of those blocks and picks by the low pointers.
So Everson now calls a timeout.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's at least their third, if not their fourth, and we're not out of the first quarter. So, in fact, it is. If we look at the board, so that's unfortunate, but better to call them while you can.
So 4 per game and then 2 coaches' timeouts.
Yeah. So 1 left to the Kiwis, 3 to the Colombians. That could come back to bite the Kiwis in the arse later in the game.
In the Poland game yesterday, they used 3 timeouts in the first term, and the Irish earlier in the day against the Australians, they used all 4 in the first term. So it's interesting tactics from both of those sides, and interesting to the Kiwis here on this occasion.
Oh, look, the Australians would have forced those timeouts. They're ruthless. So
nice work from HBC to Leslie, and the try goes for the Kiwis there, so they bring it back to that 1-try margin, 12-11 in favour of Colombia.
And interesting to see how the new lineup goes. Well, Cam's decided to have a little lie down.
Oh, sure.
Come on, fella, no time for a bit of sleep. Let's get on with it, brother.
You're not the coach now.
Oh, I know. I can't help myself. Put me whistle away.
Oh, white line fever. Love it, love it. So Leslie back on 2 wheels.
Yeah, so new lineup for Colombia out there. Let's see, do they, it's like any sport. When the new guys come on, The idea is they crank it up a level. Let's see if that happens.
So were you a big communicator as a coach? Were you always sort of working out instructions, that sort of stuff?
I tried to, but the reality is when the guys are out there, they really not... Oh, here we go. Turnover time. Oh, timeout at least.
Yeah, score.
There we go.
Well spotted there, Gary.
Yeah, no, look, I tell you, it's, in this sort of sport, coaches on the sideline, look, we like to be heard and make a bit of a noise, but the reality is the guys and girls out on court, they need to know what to do. It's their game, play the game.
So 12-11, we've got a terrific game here between these two sides.
And, of course, they've got a timeout, so I always think of getting a timeout as getting a turnover because it's a timeout they can't use later in the game. They'd love another couple in this first quarter.
So the winner of Colombia, New Zealand plays the winner of Ireland and Poland.
And that'll be a cracker of a game.
Absolute cracker. Hopefully the Irish can pick up their first win, but they might struggle a little against Poland as New Zealand take over that pass. Rodriguez couldn't quite contain it. The experience of Cam Leslie is on show here.
And that'll be a flagrant. That's got to be a flagrant, surely. He's got his hand on his wrist. Someone's having a holiday for 2 minutes, and this is not what Colombia wanted.
Yeah, it looks like it's Rodriguez. So he lost control of the molten ball. Might have got a little bit upset with himself, and then he's come at Cam Leslie. Take us through this replay here, Grant.
Yeah, so exactly right. So Cam comes up. He wants to get the player back, make up for the mistake. He really should have pulled out. This is just crazy.
Oh.
Although I think Cam might have milked that a bit. A little bit of a pirouette as he went up. I'd give him a 9 out of 10 for that.
Hang
really.
on a minute. Which side are you on the fence?
I'm trying to be neutral, Jono. And it's hurting.
So Rodriguez, he will spend 2 minutes in the bench.
And it's at the danger end of the tournament. So, of the quarter. And you watch the Kiwis, they're going to swarm Bosco. They're going to make the ball go to number 11. Good old double-double. He's got no one to give it to. Turnover time. Here we go.
So 1 to inbound it, 2 on the court, as you can see. It'll be inbound there by Neme. Carlos Neme to inbound for Colombia, looking for some options. Has Vargas in front, and Vargas will get it. Vargas works it nicely. Orozco just coming on the flank. He might be the next recipient of the molten ball. He is. Beautiful stuff. Starts to zip away down that
right
quarter.
On the halfway.
Bit of a block there from the Colombians, but it comes across nicely for Vargas, and Vargas will sneak through, and he gets the try.
And a good try, 3-on-4. Kiwis let that one go, really. They're going to be tighter on defence.
Everson inbounds to HBC. Oh, great pass downfield. Nicely to Cam Leslie.
Look, I would think he should score this quick. The guy's not coming on, so score the try gives them more time for the turnover.
So Leslie will just slow down the clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I'm not sure they've got this right. If the guy's forced off for full 2 minutes, we should be scoring quickly and trying to get the turnover.
So just over a minute to go. Rodriguez is probably back on the court in, I think, about 45 seconds.
Yeah, I don't understand this. If it's a flagrant foul, they should be blooming... Yeah, no, look, he's in the bin still. We should have scored that quickly and really tied them up.
So 13 apiece. We're all locked up inside this final minute of this first term. Goes across to Everson. Everson, brilliant hands. HBC now lifting for the Kiwis. Here they come inside the attacking key. HBC straight through. And brilliant try.
That's what they should have been doing. He's on now, 2 goals. Beautiful play.
14-13, 45 seconds to go.
Someone's got to go long.
Rodriguez back on the court for Colombia, so they're down to 4. Now it goes across to Vargas. Vargas back inside nicely to Neme. Carlos Neme tries to find Orozco. Gives the ball across backfield to Vargas. Vargas to Orozco. Great protection from Rodriguez. Now it comes to Neme. Oh, close to the line.
Oh, it's a timeout. They got the timeout. So now both teams have only got one timeout. Cam's having another wee sleep. It's all happening here.
Oh, what a contest between the Kiwis and the Colombians. We hope you're enjoying it on the live stream. Wherever you may be, I was having a look at some of the places that we go. My goodness, all over the world, all through Europe, America, Canada, as far up as north as Alaska.
Well, it's good to see. And look, it's a global sport. We've got teams from all around the world. It's growing. Look, anyone here in Sydney, if they've got nothing to do, come on down. It's great action. Spills, thrills, even a bit of blood if you're lucky. Come on down and look.
If you're lucky. Head online. 2018 WRWC.com is the website you need. Go there for all your ticket and event information. We'd love to see you out here. We're here for the remainder of today. We go right through till about 5 o'clock in the last pool match before finals day tomorrow, and that starts at 9:30. And then, of course, Gary, we battle for gold from 4 p.m.
Yeah, look, it's going to be an absolute ripper, that game. I'm picking semi-finals, obviously, later today. I'm picking Australia-USA final, although if the Japs get up and can nail the US, and that's a distinct possibility. But, I think the Aussies are just way too good. I would like to say, though, wonderful group of sponsors. Great to see them coming along.
Yeah, GIO, City, Land Rover, Australian Defence Force, the Navy Rugby AU, and Wheelchair Sports New South Wales. And, of course, the official ball of this tournament is the Molten Ball, which Orozco has in his cart, and now he tries to move inside the final few seconds of this quarter. And he goes through for Colombia to tie us all up at 14 apiece. Everson to inbound. Nice to Leslie. Leslie just works his way through 2 Colombians. Threads the needle beautifully to HBC. Now Coots inside that attacking quarter. Tries to go at the line. Left and right. Goes himself. Big barge close to the line near Neme. Now it comes back left and right. And he goes through for the points. They lead with 2.2 seconds on the clock.
And terrific work. HBC didn't panic. Cody knew he needed to go. Set the block up in the corner. HBC saw it and over he went. That's a great finish. Kiwis up by 1.
What a quarter we've seen. 3 to go. We'll take a break on the other side. All the action of the second term.
Hello, Jean. Good of you to let your husband borrow your brand new car. Your insurance covers you, though, right?
I think so.
Ah, Jenny, you got a new employee and a new Narazzo 1300. That machine's insured, isn't it? Date night, eh?
Yeah, and our daughter's having a few friends over.
Yeah, I saw that on social media. I take it your home is insured for that. Don't just think you're covered, know you are with GIO.
See, feel, climb. First out, last in. Look round corners, look in crannies. Go down dark alleys, lose yourself. Catch a lift, break new ground. Turn things inside out. Go walkabout, get set. Go after the goosebumps. Never stop discovering.
Welcome back to Key Centre for Day 5 of the 2018 GIO IWRF Wheelchair Rugby World Championship. We've got a fantastic battle on our hands here between New Zealand and Colombia. John O'Farr and Grant Sharman in commentary. And Grant, it looks like the Kiwis have gone for a fresh 4.
Well, they're staying out with that starting lineup. Look, it's goal for goal. This is a very tight game. And they need their best players. Bosco's staying out there for Colombia. They know they need him. What do we got? Turnover time.
Yeah, Rodriguez close to the line, trying to get the molten ball out of his hands to call a timeout, but it looks like the number 9 in Amaya has called it.
No, the Colombians called it because they were in trouble. So now there's no more timeouts left for the Colombians. Yep, there's the big donut up there. So now, anytime they're in trouble, they're in real trouble.
So 15-14 in favour of the Kiwis. Colombia went to ground with the ball at the end of the first term. That's why they started it with it in the second, as Orozco now works it. Has some possession there, Rodriguez doing nicely. Amaya trying to hold the line there for Orozco on that flank now. Might come into contention here. Good pass to Orozco and Amaya. Cristiano Amaya, he scores the try for Colombia.
And great vision too. Very
similar to that classic catch we saw. Was, what was it?
Point
0.3 of a second yesterday. Unbelievable.
If Tyler does nothing else in the tournament, he can live off that one.
As Cam Leslie scores for the Kiwis and gives them back the lead. 16-15 now, as you can see, into that second term, and 7:11 to go before half-time, which is the main break. Orozco now on the charge. Rodriguez coming. Amaya working hard in defence. Orozco just comes to that near side, comes back. Great work in there from the 7 in Neme. Beautiful pass across to Neme now from Orozco. Neme close to the line, pushing hard. Tries to go through.
Turnover!
Turnover is the call.
Turnover! Little Cody Emerson, he's in there. Oh, he's a mongrel, that boy.
Bugle does it again.
Oh, I'm loving that. He's blowing his horn. He's doing a great job.
The self-appointed nickname, he wanted me to call him Lord. Can you believe it?
Oh, no, yeah, I can believe it, just quietly.
Oh, it's good to see he's still as cheeky as ever as Cam Leslie works inside the quarter. Nice play here from the Kiwis. Amaya tries to come at Leslie but can't. And it's 17-15. The margin now 2 points, 6.5 to go before half-time.
And interesting to see the Kiwis, they're not trying to press, they're going traffic on the key defence. They think there's some money to be made here, and they've already got a timeout and a turnover. Good work, Andy Chittick.
Roscoe works it. Amaya comes in hard. Neme works it close to that flank. Just trying to provide some protection there from Orozco. Orozco comes in. Amaya close to the line. He may come as an option, but Rodriguez holds the line. Has he dropped it?
No, 4 in the key. Oh, well, one ref's saying 4 in the key. The other one's saying turnover, so...
Well, they've gone with a turnover because Bugle's about to get it for the Kiwis.
Oh, no, here we go. Colombian coach is saying, what are you talking about? Referee's going to have a little chat here. He's going to say, look, fella, there's 4 in the key. Before it came out, watch this call get turned over.
Subtitles provided by Grant Sharman.
Ha ha! No, and he was wrong. He's staying with his call. Oh, don't you, the Colombian coach is in tears. Mamma mia. What a mistake by the Kiwis.
It goes to Orozco. Orozco works it nicely. Leslie tries to take it. HBC tries to get in it. Brilliant hands from Amaya.
Oh, it's great to see. There's action aplenty.
So now they bring that margin back to 1, 17-16. What a game we've got here between the Kiwis and Colombians.
It's an absolute ripper. Great inbound from Cody.
Bugle inbound nicely. Goes to Cam Leslie. Leslie pops the pass. Here comes HBC. Brilliant hands close to the line. He might have gone out before he got the ball.
No, he's called their last timeout. So both teams now with no more timeouts. Watch the turnovers flow.
Oh, how has he done that? Both hands were reaching out for the molten ball. How on earth has he called a timeout?
I know, one of the modern miracles, I think. But he's done it. So, no timeouts left. Interesting to see there. So, a coach killer. Turnover. The Kiwis turned it over, and they gave the ball right back. And he's going to be pulling that little goatee of his going, for God's sake, boys. I'm not sure you can say that on TV, can you, G?
No, I can see it. We might show that a little bit later in the broadcast, but I reckon there might not be much left of that beard by the time we're done here.
Well, it's shorter than when the tournament started, that's for sure.
17-16 in favour of the Kiwis. Oh, Grant Sharman is loving every bit of this.
Oh, I'm on fire because I'm up here and they're down there.
Oh, I reckon you're still in the coach's box just quietly. Cam Leslie goes through for the try. Gives the Kiwis a nice little buffer here, 18-16. They lead by 2.
Yeah, look, very nice there. And but they've got to capitalise. They've got to get the Colombians while their heads are down a bit because this is a good Colombian side and they won't blow down.
Roscoe to Neme. Carlos Neme fires the pass across. Rodriguez is coming. Bit of a bump and shove with Amaya. Rodriguez now needs some support. Amaya needs to come. Neme's coming in for Colombia. They're a bit bunched up. Here comes Orozco. Traffic jam at the clutch. Tries to get through. Orozco left and right. He gets the try.
Ooh.
Good presence of mind there because they looked a bit locked up, the Colombians, at stages.
They did. There's a bit of panic, but they kept their cool and they got out of it. They appear to have their structure back, the Colombians, so the Kiwis have got to get back into it.
Now HBC working nicely for the Kiwis. Pops the pass over court. Finds Bugle. In the card he goes. Doesn't hold on to the molten ball too long because Cam Leslie will go through for the try. 5 to play in the half.
And that's what you can see. A good low pointer. He couldn't block and pick, so went wide, gave an option. Real class by Cody.
Inbound from Neme. Neme tries to go to Rodriguez, but instead goes to Amaya. Amaya now has Orozco floating. Just juggles the ball there, gives it away nicely to Orozco. Orozco just passes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez now. Clever stuff in the key for Colombia.
Yeah.
He gets the try, and the margin goes to 1.
They've got to shut that long guy going forward. We used to call him a seagull. You've got to shut the seagull down, otherwise he's an option.
So Cody inbounds nicely to Leslie. Leslie takes it beautifully. Oh, good bump and shove there from Amaya. Here comes Leslie under some pressure. Rolt's working hard in defence. Creates a nice passage. HPC on the flank. And the Kiwis respond beautifully with a try.
And that's what you see with the good high pointers. Cam came up there. He didn't rush. Took his time. Used his blocks and picks. And then looked for the out. That's what the good players do.
Now it takes it to Orozco. Orozco works inside the half. Left and right, big bump and shove there from, it was Leslie on Rodriguez. And now it comes back to Orozco. Orozco works it just to the left flank. Somehow finds a hole past Roltz, and he goes for the try. Smart stuff from the Colombians, Grant.
Yes, and I'd like to see Cam do more forwards and backwards. That would help.
Works it from the inbound pass from Bugle to Leslie to HBC. Now Coots works. Orozco tries to get the molten ball out of his hands. Here comes Amaya for Colombia. Little bit of a show and go from HBC. Has Roltz on his left. Has Leslie on his right and fires it nicely over the try line.
Look, it's great to watch. Hayden went round and round. He waited and waited and waited. Cam got in the opening. You know, safe as house. As a coach, you're loving that.
So Colombia inbound it. Nice pass across.
Oh,
Neme might be out of reach.
Go.
This
Hold
is
all
the turnover.
tickets. So 10 seconds without touching the ball from the inbound. Kiwis have the turnover.
Well, this is what they needed to just try and get that buffer out to 3 points. Currently, as you can see, 2 with 4:16 to play.
Now, I won't say I'm nervous, but Andy's going to his bench, so he's got
A couple of changes.
Yep.
Clayton Utai and Amaya's on the court. So Leslie and I think Everson will remain.
Cody,
is that right?
Cody won't go off, so he'll just say, no, I'm not going off.
Bit of a bump and shove there, Leslie. And there's been a change for Colombia, the 25 in Varganias.
Lovely.
And he can't prevent that try. Knocks over the corner post as Leslie goes through.
It'll be interesting to see how Andy uses 2-pointers out there. They need the ball in Cam's hands, and the Colombians will know this, so they'll be all over him like a rash.
So Colombia to inbound it. Nice work. Orozco tried to get it, Everson, but just out of reach. Orozco now will try and get some points there from Colombia and does so. He gets the try.
Clayton going on the inbound, so 2-point inbound.
So Utai now to inbound for New Zealand. He finds his man across court, but taken there by Orozco. Thief in the night stuff.
Oh, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
22-20. Orozco pops the pass. Oh, Varniguez.
Oh,
Couldn't hold on to the molten ball.
go buy a lotto ticket, Andy.
Oh.
Yeah, look.
Malfunction at the junction for Colombia.
Oh, gee, I'm loving that one. Look, you're right. It was just an unforced error. But you can see what's happening. They're stopping Cam from receiving, and Clayton's got no one to give it to. You can't keep playing. Bosco's all over Meyer. That was,
Myra, she tries to get it. Leslie tries to get it, but Colombia have come up with it through Orozco.
So 2 thumbs up, jump ball. Where's the arrow going? Kiwi arrow.
So 22-20, the margin with 2. We hope we're enjoying this commentary and this call and this game because we are having an absolute ripper here, Grant, as Maya just gets a new tyre for the cart.
Well, we certainly have a lot of fun up here. I know it's hard work down there, and the guys and girls know they're in a real game.
So the 12 teams that have been on offer over the last 5 days, they've been putting in such a great effort and giving us a wonderful tournament. As Utai now looks for some support, finds Amaya. Amaya tries to get around. Utai now working his way nicely. Pops the pass to Leslie. Good catch under some pressure from Orozco. Nicely to Utai, but he can't hold on to the molten ball. Goes out of bounds. That was forcing the mistake for Colombia.
Yeah,
and they've
you're
got
right.
it now inbound through Neme.
And so Andy's called a coach's timeout. I see he's got HBC and Gav up there. Willie sub. It's 22, but it's now the Colombian ball. Is he going to sub? Watch the space. Yes, no, yes, no. No, he's staying with the lineup.
So I thought for a moment there that Rob Hewitt Might have come on, of course. Calvin, his brother, joined me in the commentary box yesterday. Did a terrific job as colour. Certainly was ripping into his brother, let me tell you.
Oh, look, and that's what brothers do. I think after the game they had their own little debrief. I think Robbie might be coming on. Yeah, Clayton looks as though he's towards the end of the bench. Colombians look like they've changed up a little bit too. 25's on.
That's Varniguez.
Yep, the 2-pointer.
So Rodriguez is on. Orozco stays and Neme will inbound.
So what are they running here? 3-5-2. 7.
So is that looks like...
Yeah, it's a straight swap, Clayton for Robbie.
So Hewitt's now on the court for New Zealand as Orozco works it nicely. Left and right, Neme providing protection. Oh, brilliant defence there from Meyer to shut out on that left flank. Hewitt's doing his best around Orozco. Orozco, the class and style of Juan Orozco goes through for Colombia. And they're back within one here now, Grant.
Yeah, now the bit of ball in. So let's see what Robbie needs. He's not fast. Ball back to Hayden. So Cameron's off. See, oh, here we go. Yeah, reach call. You know, that's just stupid. Back court, go for the reach. Why do they do it? Do I sound like a coach? Hey.
But it's terrific though, because you know you're just providing that insight and knowledge that our viewers love, because it's just such a valuable and rich input into the call, Grant.
Well, it's an interesting sport. You know, we call it wheelchair rugby, but I always say it's more like the American football and netball.
Yeah.
Here we go. Myers in. Beautiful.
So she gets the try for that, and 22-21. The margin there, just the 1 point now.
No, they've added the points, so they can still have that 2-goal buffer.
2:48 left in the half. Nemeda inbound it, has Varniguez just in front.
I think we're talking a possible turner. No, HBC, you've got to go long. Someone's got to go long.
Orozco gives it to Varniguez. Varniguez tries to work it. Nice little bump and shove. Neme on Mai.
Force the pass.
Fight. Varniguez gives it. Rodriguez, good hands, close to the line, puts it in the cart. Now needs some support. Mai charging. Varniguez says, give it here, son. Tries to fire the pass away.
Oh.
Brilliant hands from HBC. Ball goes dead.
No
Great turnover.
Way. They're giving it to the Colombians. What are they? It's a travesty of justice. Gavin's up. He wants an inquiry.
Look at the coaching staff from Colombia. They're barking all sorts of orders.
Here we go. Little conference by the referees. Never known a referee change their call in their lives, so can't see it happening today.
Well, we saw them coming earlier in the game, and they obviously one of them changed their minds.
Oh, I think justice has prevailed there. Definitely the Colombian touched it last. But danger time. So they forced the twos out wide. Hayden's covered. This will be a high ball. Nice. Now wait till Cody goes out and forms a block. There we go. To Meyer. She'll use Cody. Over half. Right, now nobody panic. Nobody panic.
Meyer goes inside that attacking key. Tries to go bump and shove with Varniguez and Orozco. Meyer limited real estate, doing particularly well. Here comes HBC for some support. Needs to get rid of the Molten ball. HBC now has it. Cody Everson doing well to try and stop them. Pass across to Meyer. It's starting to look pretty here for New Zealand. Meyer goes at the line. Tries to bump and shove. How did she find room? Close to that line.
No, he's saying over and back. He's saying one with the front wheel went over and came back.
Take us through this replay here, Grant.
So Meyer's got the ball. They've got out of jail. She's making a play for the baseline. But she's got the low, putting it through. One wheel over, and one must come back, and the ref was right there, so can't argue with that one.
Varniguez gives it to Orozco. Almost got it off HBC. Now Orozco. Here comes Rodriguez on the flank. Bit of bump and shove with Meyer. And Colombia strike back. 23-22, margin 1. Just over 90 seconds to play.
Isn't that a great close game, eh?
Terrific game here at Key Centre. We hope you're enjoying it. And HBC now has it for the Kiwis. Inbound nicely. Meyer coming hard. Bounces through. And now comes for Colombia. Neme gets the ball. Brilliant work, Bugle. Here comes Hewitt. Pops the pass. HBC. Can he go for the line? Left and right around Varniguez. Brilliant stuff from the Kiwis, Grant.
And look, that's one each, you know. Turnover. Canadians got the turnover, gave it right back. The Kiwis kept their cool and scored the goal. That's lovely.
Ball across to Orozco. Orozco works it. Look at Meyer working hard. Varniguez tries to protect HBC. Orozco left and right. Past Hewitt. Past bugle and goes in for the try.
And look, Roscoe really is the danger weapon. He's their primary ball carrier. He's the man you got to shut down.
There's Hewitt now. Looks for the ball from Bugle. Oh, a bit of a juggling act for Meyer. Oh, my, gee, she did well because Neme was flying through. Here comes HBC. Look at the Kiwis left. They lead by 2 with under a minute to play.
And look, that's a pile of nails beside Andy because he's bitten all his nails off.
So it'll be inbound here shortly from Columbia. They need to get this margin back to 1 or possibly tie the game and force the mistake from the Kiwis.
And look, it's the Colombian ball at the restart. So the Kiwis, they need to score last here.
Neme into Orozco. Great work from Neme now in a protection roll around Everson. Varniguez inside that attacking quarter. Blocks out Meyer, who goes for a spill.
Look, what's happened here? What's the ref going to say? Was it just an accident? Sometimes there's no malice at all. Other times, shall we say, there's a little bit of intent. But I think this one was just a pure accident.
Well, we saw a bit of a bump and shove earlier. Take us through this replay here, Grant.
Yeah, so Roscoe comes up. He looks up. There's really not much going to happen. Meyer comes round. Oh, no, she did that all on her own. So, and just sometimes their momentum, the speed, they come round, they lean over. Good night, nurse.
Well,
good to watch, though, shall I say.
We saw Rodriguez off the court for 2 minutes earlier in the contest. I think that was the first term.
Yeah, no, this one was pure. Meyer did this all to herself. And look, it just happens occasionally.
So it's great to see her back on 2 wheels. That's Greg Mitchell there.
Yeah, and he'll be with. He's a great guy, Greg. Great servant to the game. A lot of wheel changes, assistant coach, a lot of work.
So nicely worked from Meyer. Has Hewitt flying through, but might use him. Yes, he does. The Molten ball gets popped out beautifully to HPC. Just under 30 seconds to play. Bit of bump and shove with Orozco. Close to the try line, and the Kiwis go there. They get the lead, 26-24.
Now, look, I'm not sure that was the plan, really. He scored quickly, but it gives the Colombians the opportunity to score last. But a rush of blood to the head by old HBC. But I think maybe in the context of this game, you take the goals when you can. I would like to see us try to score last.
So Neme is just back on 2 wheels. And now he'll go to the try area to inbound it for Columbia. Interesting to see what they do in this final 29 seconds before half-time.
Look, I think the Colombians will try to get over half, run the clock down and score last. I'm beginning to wonder whether the Kiwis should head right back now, key up and set up ready for them. But let's see what happens.
So the coaching staff just having a little discussions there with Carlos Neme. He's just getting some adjustments made to his cart.
No, I think he's saying, where are you going for dinner? I think I'll try the restaurant down the road. Great, I'll join you. Hey? Oh, you'd be surprised what they talk about out there.
Oh, there's plenty of great restaurants in the Homebush area now.
Well, there you go.
That has absolutely exploded in the last couple of years.
So, another tactical move by Andy. He's brought on his strike players. He wants to shut down this last part of the quarter. That's great coaching by Andy. Presence of mind to make the call.
So now inbound from Columbia. Will they hold on to it or will they try and go for the try to reduce the margin? Orozco now working nicely. Great work from Rodriguez in defence. Pops the pass. Looks like they're going for the try as Varniguez gets away from Rolton. And the try is there for Columbia. Interesting play there.
Yeah, look, the door's open now. 17 and a half seconds is a lifetime in wheelchair rugby. Kiwis should score last. They've got the right players to do it.
Pass inbound from Everson to HBC. Gives it to Leslie. Leslie works it nicely. Now looking for some support. You can hear the crowd counting the clock down. Inside 5 seconds. Leslie goes at the line. Gets the try.
And the Kiwis will key up. They'll go right back now. 3 seconds. No, the Colombians don't have a bar of it.
So they'll go to ground with Varniguez. Siren sounds. Half time, I should say. Here at Key Centre, 27-25. A terrific game we've got on our hands. We'll take a break, our main one, and on the other side, all the action of the second half.
Hello, Jean. Good of you to let your husband borrow your brand new car. Your insurance covers you, though, right?
I think so.
Jenny, you got a new employee and a new Narazzo 1300. That machine's insured, isn't it? Date night, eh?
Yeah, and our daughter's having a few friends over.
Yeah, I saw that on social media. I take it your home is insured for that. Don't just think you're covered, know you are with GIO.
See, feel, climb. First out, last in. Look round corners, look in crannies, go down dark alleys, lose yourself. Catch a lift, break new ground, turn things inside out. Go walkabout, get set, go after the goosebumps. Never stop discovering.
Linda, Lindsay, look at you two. Date night?
Our daughter set it up.
Well, that is a thoughtful child.
I know, right? She even booked us dinner in a hotel. She might even have a few friends over.
Yeah, I reckon there's 120 people coming to your house tonight. You are insured, aren't you? Don't just think your home is covered. Know it is. With accidental damage cover with GIO Platinum Home Insurance.
We're very, very grateful to all our men and women in uniform for the things that they do. Thank you for your service. Of course, all 42 matches of the competition could be live streamed and available to be played on demand. You can visit that at www.2018wrwc.com. And a current serving member of the Australian Defence Force is in the commentary team. Molly Gray represented Australia in rugby and is a member of the Ordnance Corps in the Australian Army winning an outstanding trophy. We have an anniversary announcement here today. And it is to the International Wheelchair Rugby Federation, in fact, which marks the 25th anniversary of the IWRF. Created in 1993 as the governing body for the sport of wheelchair rugby, the IWRF would like to thank all the athletes, coaches, officials, volunteers and supporters who have contributed to this great sport, and I look forward to many more years of growing and supporting the global wheelchair rugby family. Well, folks, only 30 more seconds to go in the long break. It's New Zealand number 2, New Zealand 27 for Colombia 25.
Back to the Key Centre. What a game we've got in progress here between Colombia and New Zealand. New Zealand leading it narrowly, 27-25. Grant Sharman and John O'Farr in commentary. Be interesting tactics as the Colombians, I can see, have got, I think it's one new player out there, and the Kiwis look as though they've gone with their set 4.
Yeah, gone with their starting lineup here. Bit of a false start there. Something wrong with Hayden's chair or wheel, so poor old Jeffy's got to come out and do a bit of running repairs. But yeah, no, so Roscoe's off. That's interesting. Maybe they need to try it up. I'll be surprised he's off for too long because he really is their danger player. But let's see what else the other guys bring.
So Alonso is the new player on for Colombia, and he has the arm strapped and the ball in the cart. Works it across there, just to the left and the right. Swings it back nicely. Good work here from Alonso. Playing it on that left-hand side. Tries to get the pass away now. Goes hard at the line. Neme's working nicely. Here comes Amaya, close to that protection zone. Amaya's just trying to block out HBC. Alonso works it left and right. Goes past the Kiwis there, and it was Gavin Rolton.
Great patience by the Colombians, though. They were a bit of trouble. They went back and forth, so great patience.
So now the Kiwis on the attack through Cam Leslie, keeping the ball alive, working it nicely. Amaya, here comes Alonso, but HBC, the big don't argue with the shove.
Yeah, look, two big boys there saying, let's have a wee chat.
Colombia to inbound. Nicely to Neme, now to Alonso. Alonso works it. Cross court.
Kiwis going straight back into Key D. They think they can get a bit of change out of this.
So Alonso, Moises Alonso, now with the ball. Hasn't he had a big presence in the opening minute of this one?
Yeah, looks like he's taken over that strike player role. Now what's happened here? Someone's gone over. You know, Cam's got to do something about his sleepy time because he's over again on his back.
That's about the fourth nap he's taken.
Oh, at least. Bit of sleep apnea going on out there, I think.
Getting one of those Darth Vader masks.
Yeah. When he asks who does the commentary, I tell him it was me. Hey, I'll just say Johnny told me to read these things out, Cam. Go talk to him.
Dear, oh dear. Did anyone see the bus come through the production zone there?
Went right through.
So Alonso, he's a terrific player. 3-0 his classification is HBC.
Long ball.
Nice Hail Mary pass to Cam Leslie.
And
Leslie won't waste any time, go through for the try.
Yeah, look, and I think that was a turnover then because the Colombians were attacking and suddenly the Kiwis have the ball. So obviously it was a spin on Cam. So apologies, Cam. No nap. He was having a spin.
Apology accepted. 29-26. Alonso works it nicely. Goes through. Just plays it at the line nicely. Oh, look at the way Cam Leslie came. Big bump and shove from HBC.
You know, from a coaching perspective, it's all very well, those put your hands out, but I'd love to see Cam just give him a good shove and try and get the ball out. I'm really wary about that handout, but yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
6.5 to go before three-quarter time. Kiwis by 2 over Colombia. Nice pass from HBC to Leslie. Leslie works it. HBC now tries to work on the flank, but he'll just stay back.
I think this new lineup for Colombia, on defence, they're not posing the questions. The Kiwis are scoring quite easy, and they need turnovers. So I think the boy number 4 has got to come back on somehow.
So it'll be worked inbound. Alonso has the molten ball in the cart, as you can see.
Now, what's happened here? The ref's talking to the Colombian coach. He's not happy about something.
So you can see the referees just going over to the scorer's bench.
Yeah, he's not happy about something. Could just be the clock's not right or setting it down.
So the referee's back to the try area, and they'll give the ball across for Colombia to inbound.
Here we go.
Away to Alonso from the 7 in Neme.
Just watch the lineup here. They're coming, they're taking a line. They've trained for this. Bring them in. And then those guys will all look to block and get a hole so that Alonso can go through the gap.
Alonso working hard on that far side flank. Tries to go back inside. Gavin Rolton giving him plenty of curry.
Yeah,
Big
very
hit
well
there
read.
from Amaya. Brilliant pass from Alonso and through for the 11 in Vargas.
Yeah, Wee Bugle did a bit of a tune down there on him.
Everson inbounds. Tap and go. Intercepted by Alonso. The Kiwis didn't need that. Pass over the top. Vargas now. He gets the possession of the molten ball. Tries to go at the line, but Leslie says not on my watch. Alonso now. He wants the molten ball. He gets it from Vargas. And Alonso just tries to work it nicely. Comes back at the line. Swings nicely and goes through.
Here we go.
Great
Turnover.
try.
Yep, turnover. 30-29. You can't switch off in this game.
So Bugle will need to pick his moments here for this next inbound.
So the ref there has given a warning, so a contact warning. So if there's a second one, then it'll either be loss of possession or in the bin.
Nice pass short to HBC from Everson. HBC with some work to do. Alonso trying to protect him. Leslie works nicely. Rolton and Vargas have a bit of a collision, as you can see. Here comes Leslie. Brilliant protection from Everson. That was great stuff from him.
Yeah, the Kiwi low pointers are doing a terrific job out there.
Stopped out Carlos Neme, who's been one of their danger players here today, Grant. So
Yes.
Great effort there from Bugle.
Yeah, and another, Neme, another low pointer. A lot of function out there. He's got the ball. You don't want the low pointers to have the ball.
Alonso
Nemo, yes, nice.
works it nicely. Tries to get around HBC, but the big reach.
Oh, and there's no timeouts left. He didn't know it. It's a turnover.
Oh,
Someone didn't tell him.
crucial mistake there from the Colombians.
And we spoke about it earlier. You lose those timeouts at the back end of the game. You need them. They're not there. Hello. And Bosco's back on.
So the Kiwis will be able to redeem themselves from that changeover of possession when Vargas scored. And now it's 31-29, just over 5 to play before three-quarter time. HBC gets the inbound from Everson. Now he tries to go at the line. Leslie and Rolton working nicely close to the key. Rodriguez tries to stop HBC and manages him to change his mind. Referees come through and told him to inbound it.
Well, so it's an interesting call there. What Ken was trying to do was to shove Nemes off the court, so it's an illegal play, but he was pushing him, and you can't do that. So it's been a turnover.
So now Neme will inbound it for Colombia. Looking to get themselves back in this contest. 31-29, brilliant hands, HBC over Varniguez. Couldn't get it. Giovanni Varniguez couldn't get the ball in the hands in the cart. Now HBC has it for New Zealand. Rodriguez tries to get it. Here comes Cam Leslie. Great protection from Bugle on the flank. Now Leslie comes line. Through the line, goes bang into Neme. Tries to come back.
4 in the key.
4 in the key is the call.
And you can trace that turnover back to the work of the low pointers. They got Roscoe, they tied him up. They couldn't, Neme couldn't pass to him. The 2 high pointers cover the other receiving options, turnover time, and that's the real risk with a low point inbound. Great work, great build up, 4 in the key. Kiwis back in the driving seat.
So Everson on the sideline there, you can see. Has a couple of options, has Leslie in open court. He might go short, he does, and he goes from the sideline to the try line. The Kiwis, they strike back. Brilliant try there, 32-29, 4:40 left, third term.
And still a long way to go in this game.
Now they work it nicely from Orozco. Orozco plays it just inside that line. Oh, casual little pass. Rodriguez, brilliant hands close to the try line, and he gets the points for Colombia.
And look, it was a terrific catch because he's got no hands and he still caught it. It's tremendous.
Uriel Rodriguez does it again. He's turned it over for Colombia.
I think it's going to be a 10-second call here if you can't get it away.
Got to get that molten ball out of the car. Oh, look at it, snatched away from
stole
Leslie.
It. Where's the police when you want them? He stole it. And now they get the man in the bin for reach, and Roscoe saying, what are you talking about, ref?
Oh, we'll send him the tape of the B Live streaming crew.
Oh, look, he's saying, ref, put your glasses on, but he's got his glasses on.
So Bugle will inbound it for New Zealand. What a game we've got here, 32-30. The winner of this plays the winner of Ireland-Poland, which is in progress at the Netball Centre.
And that will be a cracker of a game as well.
Geez, I hope the Irish get a first win, but I can't see it against Poland. They've been good this year.
Yeah, they have been good.
Nicely worked across from HBC. Slowly working it. Has Leslie just on the flank. They lead by 2, the Kiwis. Inside 4 minutes before three-quarter time. Leslie around Varniguez, around Rodriguez. Now tries to work it. Holds up the shot clock. 10 seconds left. Goes through for the try for the Kiwis.
Look, real skill here. The Lows have got Roscoe in the bin, trapped in the bin. He's gone. I'll go inbound then. He's normally the receiver, so now they've got to deny. So he's got no one to pass it to.
Roscoe inbound to Varniguez. Giovanni Varniguez. He gets the ball away, keeps the molten ball alive. It was tapped up there by Leslie. Now the bit of bump and shove from Cam. Fires it over. Great hands, Orozco. Orozco tries to keep the ball alive.
Oh, it's a 12-second call over half. And, of course, there's no timeouts left. This is the money time. Real pressure by the Kiwis here.
So really starting to lift after that performance against Sweden yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. They're very disappointed there. Very close game. And this is their chance to prove what they're worth.
HBC works his way through Everson nicely. Rolton tries to stop out Orozco. Here comes Cam Leslie flying through, as you saw. Now HBC lines up for more points. Casual little pass over the top, and the Kiwis score through Cam Leslie. 34-30.
Yeah, a bit of a buffer now. 4 goals. So there's no time pressure on the Kiwis now. There's no excuse for rush decisions. Yeah, nice long ball. Beautiful ball.
Inbound bunt down to Rodriguez, and Uriel Rodriguez gets the try for Colombia. 34-31.
Good safe hands there. Well played.
So now Everson will inbound it shortly. Has HBC and Rolton in front of him. Has Leslie a little bit further down. Great hands, HBC over the top there.
Lovely inbound, lovely receive.
Rodriguez couldn't quite get it, but Leslie now gets it for the Kiwis from HBC. Leslie with some pressure. Rodriguez working nicely. Varniguez gets in there too, but the turnover goes to Neme. Colombia on the charge. Varniguez might have got a hand in there from Cam Leslie. Varniguez now plays it. Giovanni Varniguez. Here comes Rodriguez. There goes Orozco pivot and spin around Leslie. Brilliant try for Colombia, or has it been denied?
No, I know. So the coach's timeout. I'm pretty sure the goal's been scored. So turnover there. That's just lovely. You know, the Colombians are not rolling over.
What game are you watching?
I don't know. I'm up in the clouds. Someone pull me back. Look on screen. Look at that Colombian coach. He's barking out the orders. The reality is the players are hearing wah, 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 wah.
Take off your black and white glasses,
look, it's all good.
34-32 in favour of the Kiwis.
Wasn't it great to see the comparison there? The Colombians are going for it. Kiwis are nice and calm. But look, this Colombian side, they're a good side. Don't go riding. No one go home, people.
34-32 in favour of the Kiwis. 2:45. What an exciting way to kick off day 5 of the IWRF GIO Wheelchair Rugby World Championship. Tomorrow we play for bronze and gold. We hope we can have your company for those exciting games. This HBC works it nicely. Tries to go through the line. Has Leslie in front. Brilliant stuff from Roltz. Great stuff from Leslie. Here comes Bugle on the flank. Leslie working nicely. Tries to go around Rodriguez. Pops the pass, HBC. Bit of show and go from Hayden. He now tries to keep the ball alive. Has some options. Bugle in the key. Tries to work it on that flank. Goes left and right. Brilliant stuff from Everson. He locked out Orozco. And HBC goes through for the try for the Kiwis.
And that is classic low point play. Give that goal to Cody. Great work, Cody Everson.
So now it comes back to the 11 in Vargas. Vargas needs to get it away. HBC taps it. He intercepted it, gave it to Leslie, and the Kiwis lead by 4.
And that all came about. The ball went to the player they didn't want to receive. HBC with his big mitt was there, put the pressure on. Turnover came. Great play.
Neme to inbound. Gives it to Orozco. Again, the Kiwis turn it over, but they get it back to Colombians. Work to do. Leslie and Orozco collide. And now it goes down to the 11 in Vargas, Julian Vargas. He scores for Colombia. Margin back to 3 inside 2 minutes, third term.
And the arrow is with New Zealand, so they'll get the inbound unless it changes for this quarter. If they score last and get that, there's a 2-goal buffer. The Colombians need some turnovers.
So both sides, I think, have got one coaching timeout left.
Yep.
But no game timeouts left. So it'll be an interesting final term. We've got a close game, 36-33. Kiwis lead it, but here come the Colombians. And now the Kiwis move it through HBC. HBC, outwitted there by Neme.
Look, he's waiting, very patient. So the Kiwis looking to tie someone up. They've got plenty of time to score. They're not in a hurry.
Smart pass and a great catch for Cam Leslie. And the margin goes to 4, 37-33. Just over 90 seconds to play before our last break of this one. Neme to fire it inbound. Finds Orozco. Orozco now the flank. Great work from Rodriguez. He bumps and shoves HBC out of the way. And Juan Orozco will go through for Colombia. 37-34.
I'm not sure that's too smart at one point in giving Hayden a bit of a tickle up. I'm not sure that'll go down too well.
I'm sure he would have handled it well.
Yeah, it's like, what is it, the Quicks giving a fellow Quick a bouncer, you know, in cricket.
Oh, yes. No.
There'll be a bit of payback at some stage.
Rodriguez will get a tyre change. He's been a great player for Colombia right across this tournament, but particularly today.
And look, I think this is where players really learn in competition. You can train till the cows come home, but it's what you learn on court that helps you develop as a player. And the Colombians will leave this tournament a better team.
So the winner of this game plays the winner of Ireland-Poland. Hard to say who can win this one at the moment. I'd love to see the Irish get a win over the Polish side, but geez, Poland have just been so dominant the last couple of days.
Yeah, the Poles have been good, although it was Poland, Canada and Colombia, a three-way tie for the bottom spot. Goal difference went to the Canadians.
Oh, wow.
So the Poles will be feeling a little bit ripped off there.
Yeah, they've been a bit better, Poland over Canada. Canada, of course, I think started with 3 losses. And
yes.
Did they get their first win over Colombia?
Yes, they did.
There we go. So
that was their only win.
The ball inbound to Orozco. Orozco goes through, and he gets the try there for Colombia. So they bring the margin back to 2.
It's getting close, you know. This game is long from being over.
Everson inbound Leslie. Nice work from Rolton in defence. Tries to block out Orozco. And Everson comes in nicely as well. Rolton did particularly well. But it'll be Leslie that gets the try eventually as he slows down the clock. You can see it on the top of your screen. 26 seconds left. 23 seconds. He gets the bump through from Orozco. And the Kiwis respond there. 37-35 becomes 38-35.
And we've got to be aware, too, the Kiwis are only playing with 7.5 points. So they're half a point down. Which is just the way it has to be with the way their team roster is. But, you know, people need to remember that. That's pretty impressive.
Nice work from Orozco. Gives it to Rodriguez. Little tap and bump there from Neme. Neme fires the pass. Beautiful stuff from Colombia. Orozco, he says to the 11 in Vargas, I'll take it for the try. And now the margin back to 2.
38 seconds on the clock. The Kiwis want to get it in, get over half and score last.
Everson inbound. Nice work from Cam Leslie. Leslie just takes it at the line. Tries to play it, works his way through, comes across, Everson bumps out Orozco. Now Leslie just regroups. Great work from Rolton in defence. Ball comes loose, but it's picked up by Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Neme. Neme to Orozco. Orozco now charging through. HBC will try and do his best. Look at him come hard. Tries to give the bump and shove, but Orozco goes through. The margin 1. 16 seconds to go before three-quarter time.
And look, the Kiwis should score this, but the pressure's on. What happens under pressure?
Now Leslie works it. 10 seconds to go. You can hear the crowd counting it down. Leslie works it nicely. Through the gap. Threads the needle. Past the Colombian defenders in Neme. And he goes through for the points. 3.7 seconds. They lead by 2 going into the term. You'd think Colombia will go to ground with the ball here.
Oh, I think so. I think they know there's no chance here. So the Kiwis got out of jail. 2-point lead with the error. They should score, which should give them a 3-point lead. But they would have had a 4-point lead if they hadn't turned it over. You know, it's coming into the fourth quarter, but anything can happen.
Three-quarter time, 2 points the margin. A break and back with more.
Hello, Jean. Good of you to let your husband borrow your brand new car. Your insurance covers you, though, right?
I think so.
Jenny, you got a new employee and a new Narazzo 1300. That machine's insured, isn't it? Date night, eh?
Yeah, and our daughter's having a few friends over.
Yeah, I saw that on social media. I take it your home is insured for that. Don't just think you're covered, know you are with GIO.
See, feel, climb. First out, last in. Look round corners, look in crannies. Go down dark alleys, lose yourself. Catch a lift, break new ground. Turn things inside out. Go walkabout, get set. Go after the goosebumps. Never stop discovering.
And welcome back to the Key Centre final term here in this great clash between the Kiwis and Colombians. John O'Farr and Grant Sharman in commentary. Here come the Kiwis now, trying to build on their 2-point lead. Leslie works it nicely in the key. Tries to go left and right around the defensive line. Neme's trying his best there for Colombia. Bit of a pivot and spin. Rodriguez does nicely in protection for Colombia. Leslie working hard. Great stuff there from the number 10 for the Kiwis in Hewitt. And the try gets through. The margin goes to 3, Grant.
Yeah, look, and Andy's put on a different lineup. So running the 3-2-2-1 lineup, back to 8 points. It reduces the number of receiving options they've got, but gives them more cover. So let's see.
Rodriguez working it nicely on the flank. Great protection on Cam Leslie from Neme. Here comes Maya Amai. Tries to block out Rodriguez. Does well. Gets the Molten ball away to Orozco. Orozco just goes for the line. Nice protection there from Hewitt. Amai protecting the line on that near side. He comes back. Orozco has to change his plan. Left and right. Bugle says, no, you're not coming through here. Here he goes, Orozco. Tries to get the pass. Clever, smart wheelchair rugby. And Julian Vargas scores.
Yeah, they didn't panic, the Colombians. Real composure there.
7:10 left in this third term.
2-point inbound. Maya's got it. She'll bring this one home.
So she goes through for another try to her tally. Is that her first of the game or second, I think?
I think it's about her second, I think.
So Neme will inbound for Colombia. Has Orozco short, but look at Everson and Ummai working hard there.
And they need to keep him down there. And there's a turnover.
Turnover, Kiwis.
Main ball carrier was trapped. Put the ball in the weaker hands. That's when the turnovers are going to come.
Now it works from Leslie. Leslie just plays it at the line. Tries to work it from the left and the right. Nice work from Hewitt there in protection. Everson's doing brilliantly. He blocks out Neme. Great work, Meyer on Meyer.
Great team goal there. Great team goal.
Yeah, Vargas was coming across the 11 for Colombia. Meyer didn't panic. And the Kiwis get the goal, and the margin goes to 4, 6.5 to play in this final term. What a great game we're seeing here on day 5, Grant.
A lot of pressure coming, and they're all going to be close games, so people come down and watch these games. They've got a lot to play for, playing for pride, playing for place.
Nicely worked across there, and Orozco gets the points for Colombia.
So margin back at 3 points.
42-39. That's the score. Now, if you're in the market for a new wheelchair rugby chair, this Friday, August 10, which is tomorrow, at the 2018 World Championship, IWRF, they'll auction off a Vesco competition wheelchair valued at almost $9,000. The auction proceeds, they'll go to a great cause to support the IWRF Hall of Fame, sponsored by Vesco Metal Craft. I encourage you to get involved, sign up to participate. IWRF.com, the website you need. Ummai gets an inbound. Nice pass from Hewitt. Gives it back to Hewitt. Hewitt now plays at the line. Brilliant stuff between Ummai and Hewitt. Now it goes to Leslie. Leslie working through the key. Fires the pass. Threads the needle. Brilliant hands, Meyer Ummai. Gets away from Vargas, and that's great stuff from the Kiwis.
And I think that's the first time we've seen the ball being passed around with real confidence by this lineup. Everyone knew where to go. No one panicked. Executed well.
So tyre change there for Rodriguez in the middle of the court.
Getting back to that chair they're auctioning. People decide, don't buy a small car, buy a rugby chair.
Yeah, absolutely. Valued at $9,000, and all the money will go to a wonderful cause to support the IWRF Hall of Fame. Of course, they are a terrific supporter of this event. GIO, City, Land Rover, the Australian Defence Force, the Navy, Rugby AU, Wheelchair Sports New South Wales, and then great support from the government, the Australian government, the state government of New South Wales, and Sydney.com. And, of course, the ball you're seeing thrown around the court with great ferocity is all thanks to Molten. They held up pretty well, the Molten ball.
Yeah, look, the long-time supporters, Molten. Oh, back when I was playing, Molten was on board. But great to see a range of real high-profile sponsors, which really is recognition of the sport growing. So commend the organisers and commend the sponsors for getting on board.
So Colombia to inbound. Neme will fire inbound and gives it to Orozco. Orozco will eventually get there just outside the defensive line inside the attacking key. You can see the Kiwis close to the line there. Orozco working inside 6 minutes in his final term. Neme works hard. Vargas, he tries to just provide some opportunities there for Colombia. Orozco has some work to do. Pounds into Cam Leslie, but he gets through. And the Colombians score another goal. 43-40, the margin 3.
Well worked key attack there. Everyone knew the thing. No one panicked. Look for the gap.
Hewitt inbound to Everson. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt now passes over the top. Cam Leslie works it nicely. The spin and twist. Brilliant stuff, Cam Hewitt. Great hands, Meyer getting involved with Rodriguez there. Big collision. Pops the pass. Leslie. Pretty wheelchair rugby from the Kiwis.
Yeah, letting the ball do the work, working its way up. Meyer didn't panic. Cam was wide. Passed it over. That's a sweet goal.
So now Neme will take the inbound in just a moment. It looks like one of the Colombians, it's Vargas, just getting some adjustments to the cart.
Yeah, look, they're going through a few wheels now. Someone out there is banging a few wheels, and just the last sort of 4 or 5 minutes, we've seen a number of wheelchairs needing new wheels.
So Rodriguez getting a bit of a touch up on his chair, and Orozco, he'll get a bit of a adjustment as well. So
yeah, still a little Warner Fitness check out there.
All 3 players on court get their carts adjusted, and now it'll be inbound nicely from Neme. Goes it's across to Orozco. Orozco has the pass, and here he comes at the Kiwi line. Meyer protects it at the near side. Now he goes back across to the far side. Comes back Orozco. Big collision, but Cam Leslie says, not on my watch. Brilliant stuff from Bugle. Can he hold him out? No, he can't. Top stuff from the Colombians.
Oh, look, a great effort there. Interesting to see the key attack. So they come down on a line, Orozco hits, and then they break around. Some real good skill in this.
Leslie working his way nicely. The margin 3 in favour of the Kiwis. They move it into across court, gives the Moulton ball, and Meyer gets another try for her collection.
Very difficult to defend that wide ball. The player's free. Once they're up there, other than a fumble, you're not going to stop that goal.
So 5 minutes to go in this final term. If you've never seen the game, 4 8-minute quarters, and then if it's all locked up at full time, Grant, we go to 3-minute periods of extra time.
You know, and it's not like football where they end up with a penalty shootout. We could have 20 extra 3-minute periods here, and that's the way it should be, but you didn't hear it from me.
Don't say that.
That's penalty shootout. What a not nonsense.
I'm surprised we haven't seen an overtime game yet.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Orozco works it nicely in for Colombia. Meyer tries to work the line, but there's an equipment check call here for Cam Leslie.
Now, that's really interesting because normally, okay, so Cam said he had an equipment. The ref called it. The ref checked and said, no, I don't think there is an equipment. So, therefore, that's a technical foul. So, you are out of here.
Okay.
Well, Cam's going to his legal department. His wheels full. Look, he's arguing this like a true lawyer. Look at him. He's got a PowerPoint presentation and everything.
He's missing his right wheel.
Yeah, look, he's pushed it off. He said, look, it was a real timeout. The refs are talking about it. You know, they haven't changed their call yet. Who knows?
Rob Hewitt had a bit of a discussion with the referee. You could see there in the number 10 jumper. So I know his brother Calvin will be making plenty of noise about that.
Well, he'll be back in his own little presentation. And I must admit, when I played, I had a few conversations, and most of them said, bugger off. But that was a technical wheelchair rugby term from the refs. Look, they're still going. He's arguing the toss, and I think he's got away with it.
Well, they're changing the wheel there
yeah,
for
they are, so
Leslie. So whatever he's done has worked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now they're all friends. Is he going to still send him off? Well, that's fascinating. So he had the equipment check, but the ref is sticking. He's saying he's off for 1 minute, technical foul for calling him when it wasn't there. Cam's still not happy.
I think Greg Mitchell's having a bit to say as well.
Look, I think
as he walks off with the wheel.
I think everyone wants to contribute to this discussion.
Oh, I'm tipping he might not be seeing much of this game with all the tyre changes we've seen, Grant.
Well, I heard him say, who are we playing again?
Well, he might be watching the live stream back there while he's pumping up the tyres.
So now the Colombians, they're going to try and trap Cam in there because he's not the natural inbounder, but a bit too slow. Cam's on. So
4:41 left in this final term. Terrific game to kick off day 5 of the GIO 2018 IWRF Wheelchair Rugby World Championship. Nicely played to Amai. Amai works her way up the court. Just holds the line, passes the molten ball, and Cam Leslie, great juggling act. He should join the circus with hands like that.
Yeah, not as a clown. But I tell you what, it's good work. And Maya is really settling into this now. She's getting a rhythm going. Lots of control. They've got a Roscoe caught in the corner. They've got no timeouts and no one to give it to.
Neme to inbound, fires it over the top. Great work there from Orozco. Brilliant pass.
Yes, absolutely. Under pressure, he got it away.
Limited real estate, and now Julian Vargas has Leslie in front of him. But here comes Aurelia Rodriguez, and Vargas will go through for the try for Colombia.
And look, really worked. They put the pressure on. Orizo looked up, fired that ball down long, and they got away with it. That's great get out of jail stuff.
46-43, the margin, 3 points. 2018, it marks the 25th anniversary of the International Wheelchair Rugby Federation. It was created back in 1993. The sport was formed 20 years earlier in 1973. And in 1993, the governing body for the sport, they began wheelchair rugby. The IWRF would love to thank all the athletes, the coaches, the officials, the volunteers, the supporters. They've all contributed to this great support, and they look forward to many more years of growing and supporting this global wheelchair rugby family. And it really is, Grant, a family when you're involved in this sport at any level.
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, I went to the first Worlds in 1995. I can't believe it was that long ago. And I've been involved for a while, seeing old faces here, and it is good. I mean, it is a family. You battle hard on court. When the final whistle goes, win, lose or draw, well, no draws because we play overtime.
So there you go, which the commentators love just quietly. It keeps soothers in business, let me tell you. So now it'll be inbound by Hewitt. Hewitt will now try and work it for New Zealand, looking for some options. Has Leslie, but goes to Amai. Amai now back to Leslie. Kiwis working it in the defensive pattern. Down by 3, Colombia. Here come the Kiwis through Leslie. Leslie works it nicely. Big collision close to the line. Orozco and Rodriguez try to get the molten ball. Now Amai inside the key, needs some support. Hewitt comes. There's been a tip over there for one of the Colombians.
So the low point is down. Now, what's the ref saying? Just fell over? Is anyone going to the bin? Don't think so. So, just one of those things where leaned over, caught a wheel, went over, no malice intended. Of course, when it happens behind the play, the referees won't call it. They only call it in front for safety.
Take us through this replay here, Grant.
So, Myers rested back. I see that I think the low got his wheel up on Cam and fell over. Because it was level with the play, the referees called it. All about safety.
So back to the live action. Hewitt to inbound. 46-43, 4 minutes to go. Great inbound there to Leslie. Leslie works it nicely. Hewitt trying to come back into contention in a defensive role as Leslie just plays it at the line. There goes Hewitt coming across nicely to try and take out his opposite number 10 in Rodriguez. Now Everson works it defensively. Still with Leslie and the Kiwis. They lead by 3, 3:40 to go, final term. Comes back to the left flank. Now tries to work it. Meyer protects Neme. And Leslie goes through for the try for the Kiwis.
And look, that is absolute textbook. Cam waited and waited and waited. Meyer picked a time, went in, he slotted behind. That's textbook stuff. Now great defence. The Kiwis are onto it. They switched on.
Neme across to Orozco. Orozco over the top. Brilliant hands. Brilliant pass. Rodriguez will take it. Aurelio Rodriguez. He goes through for Colombia. The margin back to 3.
And that really was a pinpoint pass. Talk about thread the needle. That was beautiful.
Hewitt to inbound for the Kiwis. 3.5 to play in this game. Leslie now for New Zealand. Tries to work around Orozco and Vargas try to get their hands in there. Hewitt nicely played. Controlled it beautifully. Bugle tries to get it. Orozco comes over the top. Head first into the desk. Let's hope he's all right there because that is a road case.
Yeah, he's going, gee, that hurt a bit. But interesting there. So he went for the ball. Took it out over. The ref's gone, no. Colombians taken it out. Therefore, it's Kiwi ball. So a bit of a get-out-of-jail card there.
So he seems to be okay, Juan Orozco, which is great to see. Copped a pretty heavy knock.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there. Shook Robbie's hand. It was, one of these things.
Hewitt now inbounds at Leslie. Fires it nicely. Positioned himself beautifully for the Kiwis. Has Meyer on his flank, but might not need him. Might not need her, I should say, and goes through for the try for the Kiwis. So 48-44, the Kiwis by 4-3 to go. Are Colombia still in this here, Grant?
Look, it's getting tight now. They really need a couple of quick turnovers. The Kiwis have settled in with this line out. They're doing their job. They're forcing Orozco to be doubled. it's still possible. I'm a little bit nervous, but they're doing quite well, this lineup.
Nice pass in from Hewitt. Gives it across to Leslie. Leslie and Orozco come together. And now Leslie inbounds. Has Amai on the left-hand side, but won't use her.
And I think so long as Cam's got the ball in space, the Kiwis are going to be fine. It's when the ball goes to one of the other players without his skills, that's when we're in trouble. So long as that inbound goes to him, we'll be fine. Or should I say the New Zealanders will be fine, because I'm neutral.
Orozco now plays at the line. Grant, Switzerland, Sharman. That's what they call him.
4 in the key. Someone's got to go and have a rest. Robbie.
So Hewitt will...
He's going to sit in the idiot box. That's what we used to call it. He's going to sit there and have a little think about what he did.
And a little natter there.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He'll just sit next to Pete Simpson.
Yep. And that's a name for the past. Peter Simpson used to play years ago. Great to see these old players out doing things.
Loves his poker, Pete.
Does he now?
Absolutely loves his poker.
God.
Western Suburbs Magpies, the old rugby league team, and poker.
Lovely.
Loves it. Absolutely loves it. That's
What
the
a
only
great
two
combination.
things. The only two things I see him putting on Facebook. He's either at an RSL somewhere playing poker or watching the Magpies run around at Lidcombe. So now inbound from Hewitt. Gives it nicely to Leslie. Leslie just plays it at the line. 2.5 to go in this contest between the Kiwis and Colombians.
Good pressure by the Colombians then, but Cam was up to it again. Make sure Cam's got the ball and the Kiwis are okay. The minute he doesn't have that ball, there's trouble.
Great work from Leslie to try and keep that Molten ball alive. Oh, wonderful stuff from Everson. Brilliant. He tried to stop Neme. Did it in absolute class. Terrific try for the Kiwis.
And that's what you want your low pointer to do. Give you the blocks and the gaps and the picks. And Cody's world class.
So 50 tries for the Kiwis. They lead by 4 with just over 2 to play. Here comes Orozco. Here comes Amai. Floating on the fringe. Vargas will go bang into Amai, and Orozco scores.
Yep.
So now it'll be played in by Hewitt.
Look, I think time's running out for the Colombians here a little bit. If they're going to do something, it's got to be now. It's not impossible, not by a long shot, but this Kiwi lineup, they've settled into their work. They've got confidence in each other. They know the plan. They know the defense. They know who needs to be on who, and that's what's critical. So Colombia's they've got to reach into their bag of tricks and pull out something.
So the winner of this plays the winner of Ireland-Poland. And it's Rodriguez that just gets a new wheel on the cart there. So down to the final 2 minutes now of this game. I hope you've enjoyed this contest between the Kiwis and Colombians. What a great start to day 5. Now it goes inbound from Hewitt onto Amai. Amai just holds the pass away there, tries to get the ball away nicely to Leslie. Leslie works at the key. Now he works through the defensive pattern over Vargas. Gives the ball away now nicely to Hewitt. Hewitt now battling. Everson coming through. Here comes Leslie for the Kiwis. Works and spins, twists and turns. Goes it around Rodriguez. Now tries to get to Neme. Orozco bumps and grinds with Leslie. Brilliant protection from Hewitt. Needs to keep the ball alive. Leslie works it down. You can hear the shot clock counting down. Tried to get the pass to Amai, but it's come loose.
So that's the first. That's the turnover they needed. Andy's gone to his bench. Coach's timeout. So there are no timeouts. The teams have used them all up. Coach's timeout by Andy. I suspect he will sub just to tie it down and bring the game home.
So 50-47 in favour of the Kiwis. You can see Andrew just having the chat there.
Someone's got to tell me what that goatie's all about. I've got to ask him about it.
I reckon a HB pencil would be thinner than that.
I think that's where I saw it, actually. Little white lead.
So a minute 34 left in this contest between New Zealand and Colombia.
And look, Andy's showing real faith in his lineup. He's taken Cam off. He's put HBC back on as a straight swap at the high point level.
Orozco works it nicely, tries to go around Hewitt. Here comes Neme on the flank, tries to bump out Amai and does well. Creates a good path there for Orozco, and Jean Orozco goes through for the try. 50-48, 2 points the margin. Colombia, they need a turnover. Amai works it nicely. Just over a minute to play. Tries to get out of that line. Needs to get outside that 12-second limit. Fires the pass across. Here comes Everson. Brilliant stuff from the Bugle.
Oh, and that's your get-out-of-jail card. The old one-pointer going long. He was the option. Good work, Cody Everson.
Neme fires it inbound, gives it to Roscoe. Orozco tries to take it the line, plays it hard. Here comes Columbia. They get the margin back to 2. 51-49, minute to play. Big 60 seconds here, Grant.
Yeah, there's a lock in evidence, 60 seconds, and here comes the turnover.
Fires it over the top. Here comes Orozco, tries to get it off. So here comes Columbia. Big bump and shove from HBC. Rodriguez working hard inside the final minute. Orozco lifting. Columbia coming. Goes towards the line.
Hold
Try
all
for the
tickets.
Columbians.
Hold all tickets. Here we go. 51-50. 48 on the clock.
Listen to the crowd lift
the
here at the
pressure's
Key
on.
Centre. What a finish we've got here. HBC needs to hold it for the Kiwis. Pops it across. Hewitt now works it nicely. Gives it nicely to Bugle. Hewitt comes across in defence. Here comes Meyer. Gets the molten ball. Kiwis keep it alive. HBC slows it down.
Yeah, look,
30 seconds left.
No panic. He's just got the ball. He's saying, look, set up. We know what to do. This game's in the bag. He might even just sit on it. What's the shot clock? 16. He's got to score.
HBC now moves it. 10 seconds left on that shot clock. You can hear the crowd counting it down. Needs to get rid of the pass. What can he do here? 14 seconds left. The Kiwis might hang on. Intercepted by Columbia. Hang on a minute.
We're
Here
going
comes
overtime.
Orozco.
We're going overtime.
Orozco works it. Feeds it. That's a try. Neme scores. 51 all. 2 seconds left.
We are going overtime, people.
It's finally happened. Unbelievable scenes at the Key Centre. Wow. Oh, that's unbelievable, Grant.
Great work by the Columbians.
Kiwis need a miracle. Fires it over. We're going to overtime.
Oh, here we go. You're getting value for money here.
Oh.
You know, Andy, he kept that lineup, just changed the high point over. Real high-risk stuff, but good on him. He had confidence in that lineup. Didn't quite work. I suspect he'll go back to his 2 highs, 2 lows. 3 minutes to go. The Kiwis can still do this, but the problem is you give momentum to the Columbians, and they've got real belief, and belief can be a real killer. Look at the 2 camps. The Columbians, they're up for it. The Kiwis, they're still analysing what the hell went wrong.
We'll take a break on the other side. The first period of extra time.
Linda, Lindsay, look at you two. Date night?
Our daughter set it up.
Well, that is a thoughtful child.
I know, right? She even booked us dinner in a hotel. She might even have a few friends over.
Yeah, I reckon there's 120 people coming to your house tonight. You are insured, aren't you? Don't just think your home is covered. Know it is, with accidental damage cover with GIO Platinum Home Insurance.
This is the first game to go into overtime this week here in the Key Centre of Sydney Olympic Park. Incredible scenes here between New Zealand and Colombia.
Welcome back to the Key Centre. What a game we've got here. 51 apiece. First period of overtime. Columbia work it nicely. Neme to get the pass away. Gives it nicely to Vargas. And Columbia, they respond first in the first period of extra time. John O'Farr, Grant Sharman. What a terrific game we're seeing here.
It's a great game. Great for the Columbians. They're going to learn a lot out of this. Look, they were pumped up at the break there. The Kiwis were just re-examining things. They get an extra timeout, so they get a timeout, which the Kiwis just gone and used. So there's all about momentum here. The Colombians came back. They pulled 3 goals back within a minute. They've got real belief. Kiwis really themselves to blame. So what Andy's got to do, calm them down, get them in their job, and away they go. Not a good start to extra time, but, 2:49. Gee, anything can happen in this game. Don't be surprised if we're going to double overtime.
Well, yeah. So we got to overtime with about 2 seconds left, which meant the Colombians, they must have got the ball, I reckon about 11 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, I would say so.
So a lot can happen in 2 minutes 49.
It's a lifetime in this sport.
Let's see what happens as we get back underway. Inbound nicely to Leslie from Everson. Leslie needs to get rid of that ball. Keep inside that 12-second time limit. Works it nicely. Neme, brilliant in defence. HBC goes downtown and finds Bugle. Can he get it? Yes! Yes!
That is absolutely amazing. So Cody read the play. He knew his high point. He was out of there. The Colombian guy chased him. Not quick enough. Beautiful pass by HBC. Oh, look, this is terrific rugby. We're already looking at the bottom group, but, gee, they're playing some good stuff.
The winner of this plays the winner of Ireland and Poland.
That's if we get a winner, Jono. We could be here tomorrow.
Hang on a minute.
Hey.
Hang on a minute.
Bring your sleeping bag.
So, Neme will fire it for Colombia. 52 apiece. 2.5 to go. Orozco now for Colombia. Tries to get around Everson. Does well. Neme comes in. Big collision with Leslie and Neme. Now it goes to Orozco. He goes past HBC and he goes in for the points. They lead by 1.
This is about holding your nerve, because as they go down, they'll want to be last to score to win this game. The Colombians have got that 1-point advantage. Kiwis got to get it back. Then they need the turnover.
HBC gives it to Leslie, and he gets the try for the Kiwis.
And we're all tied up.
What a finish we've got here, 53 apiece. 2:13 left. We're in the first period of extra time.
I think the Kiwis did it on purpose just to get a bit more training.
So Neme inbound nicely to Orozco. Orozco across court. Here comes Vargas. Vargas will pick it up nicely. Goes through for the try. Julian Vargas, 54-53. Colombia by 1.
And now the fitness comes into it. These lineups have played most of the game. Who's got it in the tank? Who can last the distance?
I thought the Sweden-New Zealand game might have been the best performance from the Kiwis, but this tops them all, Grant.
Yeah, they've really had to pull it out. They had the game, they blew it, and now they've got to win it again.
So HBC goes through. He's fired up and slams the molten ball over the try line. We're all locked up, 54 all. Neme to play it inbound. 1:54 left in overtime. Colombia to inbound. Fires it across court. Finds Vargas just in some open pasture. Tries to go left and right. Has Rodriguez on his left. Now he has Orozco just in front on the left flank. Tries to come back in. Vargas works it. Rodriguez needs to get it, but it gives back to Orozco. Orozco and Neme combine beautifully to give that path there. And now Orozco around HBC. Cody Everson blocks him at the far side. Rolton tries to get him at the left side, but he goes through for the try line.
Great work for the Colombians. They kept Cam out, and they played 2-on-3. Lots of patience.
Just under 90 seconds to play. HBC slams the ball down court and finds Leslie. Leslie and Vargas. Leslie works it close to the line. Rodriguez bumps and shoves. Here comes HBC. Leslie needs to get the molten ball away, but HBC goes infield. Cody Everson says, I'm open here. Can he get the ball? Leslie works it. Everson tries to block out Rodriguez. HBC in a floating capacity. Now Rolton tries to go inside the line. Brilliant defence. Holds up Vargas. Leslie scores. We're all locked up at 55 all.
So 54 seconds to go. In theory, the Colombians score. The Kiwis should be able to score last. But, you can throw theory out the window in this one.
Neme, Vargas. Vargas now tries to get possession. There needs to be a mistake from one side to break this. Inside the final minute. 45 seconds left. Here come the Colombians. Neme scores.
Righto, 42 seconds left now. The Kiwis need to score last and give the Colombians nothing to score.
Game management is crucial here, Grant.
It is absolutely crucial. They trained for this.
Well, It'll be inbound by HBC. He gives it away to Leslie. The Colombians by 1. 30 seconds to play in this overtime period. Nicely plays it to HBC. They're slowing down the clock. 26 seconds left. The Kiwis, if they're smart, they'll try and just get a try here and prevent Colombia from trying to get the lead. But they've got 18 seconds on the clock. HBC's got to do something here big for New Zealand. He works it on the left flank. Nye tries to go to the far side. Has Leslie on the line. Now the pressure applies. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Leslie needs to get the Molten ball away. Pops it to Leslie. Leslie for the try line. 2 seconds on the shot clock.
We're going into double
3
extra
seconds
time.
on the clock.
We're going
Unbelievable.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Neme, will he go downtown? Orozco.
No, not worth it.
He'll soak up the time.
Oh.
We're going to double overtime.
Oh, my goodness. Someone bring me some lunch.
Oh, you got to stop talking, Grant.
It is wonderful.
Unbelievable.
Hey, this is what you come to watch.
We'll take another break. Back in a moment with the second period of overtime.
Hello, Jean. Good of you to let your husband borrow your brand new car. Your insurance covers you, though, right?
I think so.
Ah, Jenny, you got a new employee and a new Narazzo 1300. That machine's insured, isn't it? Date night, eh?
Yeah, and our daughter's having a few friends over.
Yeah, I saw that on social media. I take it your home is insured for that. Don't just think you're covered, know you are with GIO.
See, feel, climb. First out, last in. Look round corners, look in crannies. Go down dark alleys, lose yourself. Catch a lift, break new ground. Turn things inside out. Go walkabout, get set. Go after the goosebumps. Never stop discovering.
Welcome back to the Key Centre. Well, we're in double overtime here. And now it's nicely worked away to Cam Leslie. So the Kiwis, they're going to be smart here and soak up some clock. And they do that with 26 seconds left on that shot clock, as you can see in the top of your screen. 56, 57. The Kiwis by 1. 2:47 left in this game. John O'Farr and Grant Sharman. The Kiwis here, they've just got to hang on here.
Well, you know, there's a lot of time to play. You want to get through those first 2 minutes, keep it goal for goal, and then take the ball, score the last to win or to go back into overtime again. You know, it's like a whole new game.
So Giovanni Vaniguez scores for Colombia, 57 apiece. HBC will inbound it for the Kiwis.
And we haven't seen that before, so this is interesting.
Nicely inbound to HBC. Leslie works it. Tries to go at the line. Comes across nicely. HBC, bit of a bump and shove from Rodriguez. Now HBC needs to get it away. Oh, Leslie did everything he could to get through that gap. And he comes nicely at the line. Vaniguez will try and stop him. But the try goes to the Kiwis. And they lead it by 1, 58-57.
So they want the ball to go to Orozco. Okay, danger time here for the Colombians.
Neme, Vaniguez.
He's got to get that ball back to number 4. Oh, long ball.
Goes across court.
Can get it.
Rodriguez trying to get it. Leslie can't get it, but he'll block out Rodriguez now on the flank. Tries to play at the line. Gives it back to Vaniguez. Vaniguez comes left and right. Goes that left flank, as you can see. Pops the pass. Orozco through for the try. Smart play from the Colombians. We're all locked up. 58 apiece, 2 to go.
And what's interesting is the Kiwis have got the momentum because it's level, but they've got the ball. So as we come down, if it's goal for goal, the Kiwis will want to score last. That'll give them the win. So this is different from the first period of overtime when it was the other way around.
Now 30-second tyre change in this game. And it's HBC that gets the treatment. Big crowd here today. You can hear the dulcet tones of Gary Lowe, the court announcer. He's revving up the crowd, and it's a big one here at the Key Centre, which is wonderful to see on the second last day of this championship.
Oh, it's fantastic. But, I mean, the crowd, the kids, the crowd, they're seeing some really entertaining, exciting footy.
Nicely worked for HBC. Kiwis work to do. Gives the pass to Leslie. Leslie works it through the middle. Great pass away to Bugle. Everson now nicely to HBC. Brilliant stuff from Bugle. Great stuff, HBC. And the Kiwis take the lead.
But more importantly, they've got Okezo down the end here. So the receiver, he's way down here.
So it'll be inbound here from Neme. Neme fires the pass across, gives it to Vaniguez. Giovanni Vaniguez. He plays it for Columbia up the flank. Has Rodriguez just on the far side there, but he'll go through, as you can see, for the try. Again, 90 seconds to play, all locked up, 59
and
all.
We're back in that strategic time. So with our 40-second shot clock, the Kiwis want to score twice and only to give the Colombians one chance.
Take yourself out of the broadcast booth for half a second. Put yourself down on the coaching bench. What do you tell the Kiwis?
Process. It's all about process. Don't muck around. Don't get into the whole extra time. Just follow your process. You know what we need to do. Do that.
HBC gives it to Leslie. Leslie works at 59 apiece. Just under 90 seconds to play. The Kiwis have got a slight advantage here. If any, HBC turns it over, but Leslie picks it up, and now they control it through HBC. Good control there from Leslie, just spotting that opportunity as HBC tries to work it. Vaniguez tries to come in. Rodriguez, you can see in the 10. He needs to keep this ball alive. Smart pass across from HBC to Leslie, but Orozco now tries to block it. Rolton comes in for defence, so too Everson. Brilliant stuff from Leslie. Timeout called from Cam Leslie. 52 seconds left on the clock. 15 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, look, he's got a good rugby brain, Cam Leslie. He would have thought this timeout through. I'm not so sure. I probably would have kept that up my sleeve. But with 52 seconds on the clock, 40 seconds, still give the Colombians 12 seconds to score. Unless the Kiwis score quick and take the momentum that way. Honestly, the tactics here can fill an encyclopedia.
59 apiece. Oh, we are in double overtime. The longest game I've done is double overtime, so I'll be breaking my own record if we are still here in 52 seconds and we're all locked up.
Well, I've played and coached a couple of triple overtimes, and they're a lot of fun.
I know Daryl Wingard will be loathing this.
Yes, exactly.
He gets so dirty.
Look at that Colombian coach. He's urging his players on. Oh, this is great.
He'll be on the sideline giving both teams some advice.
So what's the plan there?
Everson inbounds.
Oh, is that the mistake?
Turnover. Yes, Columbia have it. Vaniguez, 42 seconds left. So the opportunity lost for the Kiwis. And now Orozco goes through for the try.
So he scored that too quick. The Kiwis got a ton of time, but they've got to make that goal count, the last goal.
Everson inbounds, finds it to HBC. HBC spins and turns. Everson in blocking. Rolton comes across nicely. HBC tries to work it, gives it down the flank. Leslie ran out of room. Brilliant pass. Bugle couldn't catch it. Here comes Columbia.
Oh, that's the ball game.
Drama for New Zealand.
That is the ball game.
Orozco works it. This will be it for Columbia. They'll get the lead by 2. In about 10 seconds' time, you would think. Orozco, eyes on the clock. Card over the try line. Yep. That's the game. 61-59.
Like it was a question of who would blink first. And unfortunately, the Kiwis had great pressure by the Colombians. Credit where credit's due.
Nice pass to Everson inbound. Will it find Leslie? No. It misses. You can see the Colombian coach top right of your screen.
Someone give him a wheelchair because he'll go on and play.
Screaming.
Yeah, they know they've got this. Look at them. They are so excited.
High fives all around the Colombian bench. Pass over the top. Vaniguez, good catch close to the line. Might not matter here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Oh, and he's called the timeout just to put the dagger in a bit further.
The cruelty of wheelchair rugby sometimes.
It's a brutal, brutal sport. Look at the Kiwis. They're absolutely shattered. But Andy's got to look for the next game, you know. They'll be playing another team tomorrow. He's got to get the guys up for them. They'll be absolutely gutted. And this is where the test of a coach comes. Well done, Columbia. Great win, great win.
Final siren goes. What a game of wheelchair rugby we've seen. Double overtime we've gone. Final score 61, New Zealand 59. New Zealand had it, but with 11 seconds to go, Colombia scrambled. They scored through Orozco. That took us to overtime. And then, of course, it went back and forth in the first period of overtime. And now a mistake at a crucial time for New Zealand has given the Colombians the win by 2. I'm John O'Farr alongside Grant Sharman. Thanks for your company for this one. We'll get set for the next game. It'll be the winner of this game, which is obviously Colombia taking on the winner of Ireland-Poland. The next one should be an absolute cracker. And then, of course, Australia and Great Britain do battle in a semi-final, and Japan and the USA. Plenty of great action still to come. Look at this camaraderie between the sides. Until we speak next time at the Key Centre, it's bye for now.